Good afternoon, this is Ryan Lewis with your 90.3 WESS News Brief for Thursday, September 12th. The time now is 2 o'clock p.m. In local news, according to the Pocono Record, Middle Smithfield Township is looking to put a ban on all projectiles being used on municipal property, parks, and golf courses. The ban was approved on Tuesday, September 10th, on a 3-0 decision after a public hearing. One of the reasons for the ban is due to a misfire that happened last April, in which a bullet ended up passing through 2 glass panes at a local elementary school. Township supervisor stated that firing is already banned on township property, but instead of just police enforcing it, township members are now able to stop the firings from happening. In regional news, according to the Philadelphia Inquirer, Amtrak service between Philadelphia and Washington, D.C. is currently suspended due to wire damage. The first reported delay of transportation was reported between Baltimore and Wilmington on Wednesday around 12 o'clock p.m. and is currently being worked on. The trains being affected are the Northeast Corridor and Amtrak XL Express. The transportation issue was first reported around 12 p.m. on Wednesday, September 11th, between Baltimore and Wilmington, and was later extended on the Philadelphia and Washington, D.C. areas. No timeline of repairs was stated. In national news, according to the New York Times, government is trying to find a way to distinguish a difference in laws between medical and recreational use of marijuana in states that have made it illegal or legal in the past year. Colorado and Washington are among the 20 states that allow marijuana to be used for medical or recreational purposes. The Deputy Attorney General James M. Cole said that the Obama administration was trying to enforce federal drug laws instead of state laws to help with the dilemma at hand. Some of the problems that are being faced with institutional security providers and landlords that serve marijuana businesses that are unfortunately and unintentionally breaking federal law. A big problem being faced with this issue is the attempt of selling the drug to children or trying to sell the drug across state lines. Last month, the Justice Department said that it would help with the issues at hand and work with state enforcers and regulators to make sure the drug isn't being issued into other federal areas that prohibit the drug as recreational use. Advocates for the legalization of the drug are also trying to find a solution between the federal and state governments for a more smooth and steady operation to sell and use marijuana in their regions. According to the New York Times on Tuesday, President Obama told the media he plans to hold off the strike on Syria to focus on a proposal by Russia to attempt a takeover of Syria's chemical weapons. Obama had asked congressional leaders to hold off on a vote to get involved in Syria for now to plan a better way of stopping them from using their deadly weapons. The president stated that he is unsure whether the new proposed idea will work, but will look to this alternative as a way of getting rid of chemical weapons without use of force. In sports, rookie quarterback Geno Smith looks to lead his team to another victory tonight in Foxborough, Massachusetts, as the New York Jets take on the New England Patriots in an AFC East divisional matchup. Smith shocked all his doubters last Sunday with a come-from-behind victory of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and looks to quiet his critics for good against a tough New England team at home. In other sports-related news, Detroit Lions defensive tackle Ndamukong Suh was fined $100,000 after a low block on a Minnesota Vikings player in Sunday's game. The fine Suh received is the largest fine anyone has ever gotten in NFL league history without any suspension. In entertainment, according to Los Angeles Times, Miley Cyrus is at it again with yet another controversial performance. Only this time it's a music video of her new song Wrecking Ball that have people talking. Cyrus appears naked in her video while riding atop a wrecking ball just as the song title proposes. When asked about what was going on in the video, Miley responded with saying, "If people get past the point that I'm naked and you actually look at me, you can tell that I actually look more broken than even the song sounds." According to New York's Z100 radio talk show, the video is supposed to be more sad than anything. The poster sale is back at ESU. Students are invited all week long to walk to the walkway outside of Dansbury Commons to go and purchase or even just to look at the posters on display at the sale. Tomorrow night at Dansbury Commons, 9 p.m., there's an open mic night allowing students to show up and read poetry or sing during late night hours to show their talents in their respective arts. Coming up next Tuesday, September 17th, the Billy Bauer Band will be playing during late night hours at Dansbury Commons. Today's weather, brought to you by the Weather Channel, is a high of 80 degrees and a low of 59. And the traffic brought to you by Google Maps. Traffic is moving smoothly on 80 East and West. This has been Ryan Lewis with your 90.3 WESS News Brief. Now back to the BBC.